Hello students, today we will talk about human respiratory system. Fine. This system starts with a pair of external nostril. These nostrils are present above the upper lip. External nostril leads into nasal chamber through nasal passage. That means in between nostrils and chamber there is nasal passage through which nostrils opens into nasal chamber. Nasal chamber then leads into pharynx, and pharynx is the common passage for the food as well as for the air. Then pharynx opens into trachea through larynx. Larynx is called as sound box because it helps in the production of sound, or you can say it is responsible for the production of sound. Larynx contain vocal cords. In when air strikes the vocal cords starts vibrating and produce sound. So larynx is called as sound box. Fine. Then we know that pharynx in the digestive system opens into esophagus, but in respiratory system it opens into trachea. Now food from the pharynx always passes into esophagus, not into trachea, because opening of trachea is called as glottis, and that glottis is covered by a cartilaginous flap called as epiglottis. This epiglottis prevents the entry of food into trachea. Fine. Now trachea is extending up to mid of the thoracic cavity. Fine. And when the trachea reach at fifth thoracic vertebrae, it divides into left and right primary bronchi. Now what is thoracic vertebrae? We know that our vertebral column is made up of 26 vertebrae, bones. Fine. These 26 vertebrae are organized as cervical, thoracic, lumbar, sacral and coccygeal. So cervical vertebrae are 7, thoracic are 12, lumbar 5, sacral 1 and coccygeal 1. So this is what the thoracic vertebrae, which are 12 in number. So when trachea reaches at the 5th number thoracic vertebrae, then it divides into right and left primary bronchi, and these primary bronchi will undergo repeated division, will form secondary bronchi, tertiary bronchi, initial and terminal bronchioles, and these bronchioles then give rise to small structures called as alveoli. Fine. These are vascularized bag-like structure. These are vascularized, that means they contains blood, and they are thin, having irregular membrane. You can see in the diagram, this is epiglottis which covered the opening of trachea, glottis. After that larynx, sound box, then trachea, which is also known as windpipe. When it reaches at 5th vertebrae, 5th thoracic vertebrae, divides into right and left primary bronchi. Primary bronchi repeatedly divide into secondary bronchi, then tertiary bronchi, then bronchioles, and these bulb-like structures are known as alveoli. Fine. Now the parts starting from nostril to the terminal bronchioles is known as the conducting part, and alveoli is the exchange part. Why this part is known as conducting part? Because this part conduct the atmospheric air. What it means? This part transport or transfer the atmospheric air into alveoli, clear the atmospheric air from the dust particles, humidify the air, as well as bring the atmospheric air to the temperature of our body. Because we know that atmospheric air contains dust particles and the temperature of atmospheric air is not equivalent to our body. So this conducting part will do all these things. Firstly, this part will clear the air from dust particles. Secondly, humidify the air. And thirdly, brings the air to body temperature. Fine. Now why alveoli is called as exchange part? Because it is the site of actual diffusion of oxygen and CO2 between the blood and atmospheric air. Means exchange of gases will takes place in the alveoli. Fine. Now the structure starting from primary bronchi up to the alveoli, this part comprise lungs. Fine. We have two lungs, left and right, and lungs are surrounded by two membranes, outer and inner membrane, known as pleural membrane. Now lungs are present in what? Thoracic cavity. That means the outer pleural membrane is in contact of thoracic chamber or the cavity, but the inner pleural membrane is in contact with the lungs. Fine. And there is a space present between outer and the inner pleural membrane, and this space is filled with pleural fluid, and this fluid prevent the lung surface from friction. Fine. Now let's talk about thoracic chamber. As I told you that lungs are present in the thoracic chamber. Fine. And thoracic chamber is anatomically airtight chamber. What it means? Any change in the thoracic chamber will be reflected in the pulmonary cavity. Pulmonary is the term used for the lungs. So अगर कोई भी चेंज thoracic cavity में आएगा तो सिमिलर चेंज आप कहाँ ऑब्जर्व करेंगे? लंग्स कैविटी के अंदर. And this arrangement is very much essential for the exchange of the gases. Why? Because we cannot directly alter the pulmonary volume. Fine. We will study this thing in detail in our next videos. Fine. And if we talk about the structure of thoracic chamber is formed dorsally by vertebral column. Means back side से क्या है? Vertebral column. Ventrally means फ्रंट से क्या है? स्टर्नम. लेटरली मतलब साइड्स पर क्या प्रेजेंट है? रिब्स. एंड लोअर साइड बाय डायफ्राम. दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ thoracic chamber, that it is formed dorsally by vertebral column, ventrally by sternum, laterally by ribs, and on the lower side is diaphragm. Fine. So this was all about human respiratory system, which starts with the nostril and extend up to alveoli. Alveoli is the exchange part, that is the actual site of diffusion of O2 and CO2, and from external nostril to bronchioles is the conducting part. And the important thing is these trachea, when they reach at 5th thoracic vertebrae, divide into right and left primary bronchi. Fine. And lungs are situated in thoracic chamber or the cavity. Fine. I forgot to tell you very important thing, that trachea, primary bronchi, secondary bronchi, tertiary bronchi and bronchioles. These are supported by some rings. See these rings, and these rings are made up of cartilage tissue. And why these rings are present over here? These rings prevent all these structure from collapsing. Fine.